What's up, guys? I'm Adriana Maya, and I'm back with Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Catfish here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
So we were having a bit of an interesting conversation earlier, and I was going to start with like my usual questions, but I think I'm actually going to start with the Spitfire. I feel like you're ready. We're both a little fired up. I feel like
I'm
this
high.
is good. And some of these I did ask you before, so you're going to have a little notice. You know it's coming. Anal or vaginal?
Vaginal.
Boobs or ass?
Ass.
Lube or dry?
Lube.
Do you jerk with your left or right?
My right.
Have you ever been fucked in the ass?
No.
Would you let someone fuck you in the ass? Do you like a finger pop?
It's happened.
Do you like a tongue?
It's happened.
More than once?
Yes.
All right. So he likes it, ladies. That's people. This is actually good.
I actually have a funny story about that.
I want to hear it.
If you want to hear the,
you go ahead.
And what I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to help some of your listeners with some massage tricks because I travel a lot to China. Can I steal that letter? I travel a lot to China, and in a lot of time, like in the business world in China, getting massages and happy ending massages is like a normal thing. It's like, it's accepted over there, socially accepted.
I love it.
So we'd been going over for a couple of years, and the company that flew us over one time, two of my friends had never been, and it was always fun for me to bring your friends over, because you get a fucking, like, an hour massage for like $20. You get a 2-hour massage.
And it's happy ending?
No, it's just a 2-hour awesome massage, and in the last 10 minutes, she starts rubbing your thighs, your dick gets hard.
Right?
Yeah, you do it, right? So I've been there a couple of times.
And you keep going, obviously.
Well, I go to China a lot, and it's like a social thing there.
Would you say you go every time you're in China?
Yeah, for sure.
Multiple times?
For sure, yeah,
How many times in a day have you
gone? Oh, no. Usually it's only once. Like, there's different levels to it. So, like, when we go, we're brought over by, like, companies to do BMX. That's why. Wait till I tell you about the massage. So, companies would bring us over, and they would take us out. They put us up in hotels, and we'd be doing BMX shows. So they would take us out to nice clubs. We'd have fucking VIP. And then at the end of the night, we would go to the spa. And when you go, we would all go. And it's like a 5-star hotel when you go in. The first time I went, it was like a guy. He as soon as you go in, there's for every one of you, there's a Chinese guy that's right there with you. And so that you go take a shower, and then you go into a room, and we're all sitting in a room. All your dudes in a room, and a hot girl will come in her lingerie, and you're like, oh, I want her to give me a massage. And then you
get like your pick of the litter. You can pick the
litter, right?
It's really like how it happened in Russia.
Yeah,
this is so fascinating.
Exactly. So, and I'd done it for a couple of years, and then two of my homies, they'd never been to China. This is their first experience. So
you got to go with them. That's so cool.
Yeah, so
That's
we're all
awesome.
together. Like, we're all in the room. Like, there's like a big bar lounger. We're smoking weed. It's 3 in the fucking morning. Cool. She comes in, and my homie's like, can I get her? I was like, yeah. He takes her. My other friend takes the next girl. So it's just me, and I asked this fucking millionaire, I'm like, yo, can I get 2 girls? And he's like, yeah. So I get 2 girls, right?
How awesome.
Right. Oh, it gets so much better. So
Thank you, gorgeous.
So they lay you down to give you the massage, and when there's 2 girls massaging you, you have like boxers on. So you're on your front,
so you're
and
not
there's
naked.
Not naked.
Okay.
But there's
I would have thought you'd be naked.
Well,
again,
you get naked. You do get naked.
Like,
when they break out the oil, you get naked. But it's awesome to have 2 females rubbing. Don't be worried. But 2 girls rubbing you different ways, right? So the one girl keeps asking me, and she doesn't speak a lick of English, and I speak very little Chinese. She's just basically like, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? And finally, I'm like, okay,
consent.
yeah.
That's consent. They give consent.
And she gets so excited, she like grabs. We got the Belaire.
Right, Belaire. Shout out to Belaire. Thank you so much. Me and Catfish are gonna cheers.
We'll cheers this. We'll cheers this to this.
Cheers to Belaire.
To the masseuses that I'm about to tell you this story.
Why don't you just shine right there? Yeah, perfect.
Salute.
Little cheers for us. Salute there.
Thank you, Belaire. So the girl is like excited. She gets a robe. She puts the robe on. She comes back. They pull my boxers off, and I'm laying on my stomach, and a girl on my left side and a girl on my right side.
Yeah.
The girl on the left side, the girl brought back a thing of hot water and a thing of cold water. So the girl on the left side rolled she would take a sip of the cold water and roll it over her lips. And the girl with the hot water, you know what that is? Okay, let me give you your arm. I'll show you.
That's so hot. Yeah, that's why I do the ice cube thing when I give blowjobs. So that's probably so similar. I'm like, whoa, but I've never had that like done to me. I'm like,
and I'm laying on my back, and two of these Chinese girls, and they're going from my shoulder,
doing it.
and hot, cold, and they're going from my shoulders all the way down to my Achilles tendon.
We're coming for you.
So I'm just laying there. I don't know how long this is taking place, and without warning at all, the one girl just grabs my ass and spreads it open and just starts eating my ass. That was the first time that ever had that happen. I don't know how long it happened for. I don't know.
That's kind of how my first time. Not with two girls.
I don't know. Like, I wasn't ready for it.
But it
happened.
And
I'm 100% heterosexual.
Yeah.
Like, but it was a surprise. I didn't stop her. I don't know how long it lasted for.
And you enjoyed it.
Yeah. But the hot water.
It was definitely a happy
ending. Yeah, but I really did not think that the first opening bit for this podcast was me going to be talking about my ass.
Honestly, this is my favorite way to start. Because you can only go up from here.
This is the first time I've ever smoked weed, too, so I'm like... And I ate some of those the rope candies that I thought there was just candy, but there's weed in that.
Yeah, that's a trick. That's a decoy, and I like to plant those. That's called get fucked up and don't know it. It's gonna sneak up on you. My favorite thing is to eat a bunch of edibles and then see how long I can stay awake, like actively doing.
That's things. Like lean. Like lean to me is like a challenge. Like, everybody thinks it's so fun. It's just like
make it to the post office.
Just stay awake.
Okay, so you seem like you're a bit hectic. You're all over the place. You were telling me that you lived in Spain.
Yeah.
But COVID. So what was life like for you pre-COVID?
Oh,
what was it like?
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. I'm a professional BMX rider, and I've parlayed that into being an announcer. So I announce every if you've ever seen BMX on TV, you've heard my voice. And the last 3 years have been nuts because BMX and skateboarding have both been into the Olympics. Mm-hmm. So all of us were planning on being in Tokyo in August of last year. They canceled the Olympics, and it looks like they might cancel it again. So, but no, I travel a shitload. In 2019, I did 27 countries. So
27 countries. Yeah. Holy shit. That's pretty crazy. Do you have a favorite going with traveling? And is it different like going
China is up there with and
I think we know why.
Well, no. That's honestly, honest to God, that's probably at the bottom of the echelon in terms of like why I like it. China is and it sucks now because of COVID, because now China is kind of like the new Middle East.
Yes.
Where it's like they're the bad guys.
Yes,
where
people
Chinese
have a lot
government
of animosity.
is I gotta be careful what I say about the Chinese government. They're not good.
Yeah.
They're not good people. Chinese people are the most genuine. Chinese people live by the example, treat people the way you want to be treated. And as a Westerner, you can get away with anything. Like, I have a YouTube video one time. I was coming back from the massage place. It's going to sound like all I do is go to massage places. I was coming back from a massage place in China.
He's a little massage whore.
And I was wasted.
They know him.
And I'm in the taxi, and I'm like, I wonder if I could just get naked in this taxi. Just to see what happens.
Taxi?
Yeah. So I get naked. He doesn't do anything, so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Every taxi I get in, I'm going to get naked. And I love The Weeknd, so, like, sometimes I'll, like, pretend I'm The Weeknd, like, singing his songs. So I have a YouTube video of me getting naked in 13 Chinese taxis singing The Weeknd.
That's something I look forward to looking up. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to find that video. Okay, so now... I was going to say post-COVID, but COVID isn't really over. So what's a day in the life for you now? Because you were telling me you live with some pretty interesting characters.
I live with a real-life cartoon character.
A real-life cartoon? What do you mean by that?
His name is... I don't even know how I can explain him. Right when I first met him, probably 10 years ago, he was really big on Snapchat. And we went out to a bar, and this girl came up to him at the bar, and she was like, "Oh my God, your daddy's juiced." And he was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I watched you fuck that girl last night on your Snapchat, and I want you to bring me home, and I will fuck you better." And he brought that girl home and fucked her. I don't know better, but
right, like he fucked her.
Yeah.
I was witness to the fucking, and from there it was sealed.
It's been nuts. It's been crazy because he does really well on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit crazy, but he's got a lot of really good friends, and I met so many amazing people.
Yeah.
Like I never banged a girl with more Instagram followers than me until I moved to Vegas.
Vegas is the place where dreams are made.
It really is. I've banged a bunch of porn stars.
See, and you said you went to 27 countries in 1 year.
Right.
I'm assuming you've seen your fair share of like
wild
stuff.
I have.
But it also seems like you're kind of drawn to it. I think you are.
I don't know if I. Well, I mean, it was funny today when CJ, my roommate, you're gonna do an interview with him later. We picked him up. He's just we're going to get food outside. And he's like, yo, guys, and there's 3 apples in the middle of the street. He ran over and picked them up and ate them.
You know what? That's a white thing.
Yeah,
that's a white thing. I'm gonna say it.
Imagine
and I know,
this.
and I'm throwing you off.
Imagine this. I want everybody.
And my white side, the ringer just went, oh darn.
I want everybody in this room to imagine this statement.
Oh, whoopsie.
In the last 7 months, I've watched the owner of my house that I live in take a shit on the floor 3 times, not drunk, just to make me upset.
But I mean, you still live with him. So I don't. Is it a character builder? Probably. Did your relationship grow from it? Absolutely. And now you always have that. That's something you can share. I have a porn star friend, and it's okay that I say this because she just put it on her Instagram the other day. One time we were mad at one of the girls who was in the cam house, and her and I are sitting in bed just like this, smoking, and she looks over at me and she goes, "Wouldn't it be funny if I go take a shit in her purse?" And I was like, okay, yeah, but I didn't think she was going to do it. And she actually took a shit. Kimmy Granger took a shit in Gia's purse. And it was the fun, like, bro, tears, like, so funny. And then, like, 20 minutes later, like, after it was already in there and stuff, you know, she's like, all right, I'm going to take it out. And she, like, took it out. Like, it's like dog shit. That's the funniest thing in the world.
Like, it was just chipped, like, she didn't put it in a bag.
No, she, like,
it was actually
like,
poop.
her poop, like, her, and she was like, oh, no, I peed a little. And I'm like, in her purse. I'm like, but on the floor of the house, I feel like you can clean that up, you know? In a purse, the purse is done. You get rid of the purse.
The best part about this is I talked to my mom this morning, and she's like,
and she knows?
No, she's like, what's going on? I'm like, Mom, I'm doing a podcast with my friend Orlando. This is awesome. There's awesome opportunities. I can't wait for you to see it. My mom's going to be watching this like, ass eating and shit in purses.
Here's a plus
like, yeah, Zach, you've made it. You've made it in life.
For Mom, do you have anything coming up that you're excited about? Anything in the past that we need to look up? I have that video that you mentioned, so that's bookmarked. I'm going to get the naked of you getting in naked cabs. I got that.
That's a good
I'm also
one.
going to look up a lot of things about these, places in China.
Yeah, just following CJ and I. Oh, sweet
a
baby
refill.
Jesus,
Cheers, right? We love that.
Salud.
So where can we follow you at?
Right now, you can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. Those are my... TikTok's the big one right now.
And you were saying TikTok for you is the big one, right?
Yeah, I think TikTok right now for everybody, anybody out there that's listening to this, like TikTok is the future. I'm good with this. Salud.
Cheers.
Yeah, TikTok is the way to go, and it's because especially in the sex industry the work industry with OnlyFans, girls get naked. Why are guys following you?
Yeah,
because you're hot, that you're naked.
That's it.
What else is there? Girls that are funny and have personality and can do funny skits. It's not like a lot of people look at TikTok as like, oh, it's this little kid's app that's dancing. But no, there's like
it's revamped fun.
Yeah, there's exactly. There's grown ass funny shit that people can do. And it's a fine line to walk because it's a kid's app. Do you find
that it's hard to walk that line because
not for me? No, not for me because I'm not clearly I'm not really mature. So and I work with a lot of kids anyways. Yeah. So but it's funny because my roommate is
the opposite.
He's the opposite. Yeah. So he actually just got his TikTok deleted because if you have an OnlyFans, how are you gonna promote your OnlyFans? You have to be very careful. You can't even say the word OnlyFans on Instagram. Yeah. So you can show your personality. You could be funny. You could be, and a lot of girls are hesitant to do it. But I'm like, I've watched your Snapchats where you had an issue in CVS. Like I just came out of CVS. Yeah. Those can be TikToks and they're funny and people relate to them. And I think a lot of women specifically, because I don't know a lot about guys in OnlyFans other than this psychopath, but then a lot of women are hesitant to do that because they think, oh, I'm not funny in front of the camera. Nobody wants to see that. Where it's like now it's content over quality.
So you'd say also the self-confidence too is a huge thing in playing into social media.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or just being real, just being honest, because I follow a lot of people on TikTok that are introverts and they couldn't be around people, but it's not a problem for them to sit and talk about real issues because they're in their bedroom as opposed to sitting here in a room full of a lot of people.
Have you ever met anyone that you saw on social media that was like, their social media personality is so strong, and then you meet them in person and it's kind of like not at all how they are.
For sure. I've met that a lot here in Vegas, where it's like a lot of women that, they're, and that's a great example where we met so many women that you see them on social media or their Instagram and like, oh, this is a bad bitch. Like, and then you meet them at a party and they're the ones that are in the corner. They don't want to talk to anybody.
Yes, right? It's crazy. It blows my mind. I feel like I'm a very solid person through and through. I like to give credit to the weed for that because I just, it keeps me leveled up.
Yeah, see, I always try and, like, if you've met me or if you've seen me on Instagram, and, like, same thing with him, where when people have followed us on social media for years and they meet us, they're like, you're exactly what I thought you were.
Like exactly
that's how you should be,
It's
like, with my Instagram, especially with my travels, like, I don't try and flex. Like, I want to inspire. Yeah. I want to inspire people because, like,
I like that.
I'm good at BMX. I was a professional BMX rider because I made money by it. I wasn't good competitively.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I parlayed that, like I said, into speaking.
Yeah, and you turned it into something.
Yeah, but what I honestly believe, and if anybody that's listening pays any attention to the podcast, is I honestly believe that everybody is passionate about something. Mm-hmm. You could ask me what I'm passionate about. I can tell you mornings I've woken up next to 4 badass bitches, hungover, have to go to work, and the first thing I thought about was BMX. Everybody has that, whether it's music or shooting or snowboarding. Everybody has that. Some people can't find that. But if you find that, if you know what you want to do, immerse yourself in that because nothing but good will happen. Yeah. You might not make a lot of money at it, but you're still doing what you love.
See, and I like that you have that mindset, especially. It's pretty cool that you've been able, like you said, to parlay that into a longevity in the career and transferring into speaking about it. Do you enjoy it more now that you're like only like broadcasting on the site instead of like performing?
No, I still enjoy riding. I'm actually dropping an edit, like a riding edit.
Oh, that's awesome.
In the next week. Yeah,
okay, so now we have something to look forward to.
Yeah, that'll be dropping.
Cool.
I forgot. Yeah, so that'll be dropping in a week. Okay. But now for me, it's I get the greatest joy because I've been doing it a long time. Yeah. Where I see these kids. A great example is a guy by the name of Nick Bruce. Shout out to my homie Nick. He's from Youngstown, Ohio, where I'm from. Nick is, I think he's like 27 years old.
Okay, yeah.
He's on the U.S. Olympic BMX team, and right now he's second in the world. So for me, cool. I watched this kid as this little kid coming to our skate park at 13 years old, and I would announce him at the contest then, and now here we are, like 15 years later, I'm announcing him at the fucking Olympics.
Yeah,
like to me, that's
cool.
like the craziest shit ever. Where it's like
full circle,
anything is possible.
Sure.
Like that's the thing, you hear it and people say it. Like I remember. When in high school, we had this fucking crazy woman that came in. She's like, everybody, we're having an assembly, and I went to this fucking Catholic high school, and this woman comes in, and she's standing there, and there's like 15 volleyballs, and she's like, you guys think it's possible to juggle 15 volleyballs at once? And I'm just like, I don't even want to be here right now in this fucking gymnasium with everybody. And she like tells her whole fucking life story, and at the end of the shit, she's fucking juggling 15 volleyballs, and it was, and obviously her message was like, anything is possible. Like don't count anything out. And I remember thinking back then, even when I left the fucking assembly, I'm like, what a fucking retard. Like that's ridiculous. And now life has come full circle where it's like literally anything is possible.
It's
like,
those cliches that everyone says.
Exactly. The only thing holding people back is yourself. Don't let let the haters fucking push you. I have so many fucking haters. I love that shit. I love it because they're thinking about me. I wake up, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about fucking Kush and cleaning up CJ's shit off the floor.
You're like, I've got a busy lifestyle right now.
I don't got time for it. But, at the end of the day, and like all my friends will tell you, like, the best advice I can give everybody is immerse yourself with good energy. When you have good people in your life, people that you can learn from, people that make you laugh. Absolutely. If somebody does you wrong, and Kevin Gates said it best. He's like, if somebody does me wrong in my life, you're out of my life forever. Because I'm not gonna waste my time worrying about you doing it to me again. Exactly. Like you're out, right?
You can just move on.
Yeah, and it's like when you surround yourself with positive energy, nothing but good things will happen. And I honestly believe that. It's crazy
I
to say
love that
now.
message as an ending.
It's,
That's
it
actually
is.
fire.
It is. It also might be all the fucking edibles
right?
you guys gave me. I don't normally
We're
talk
getting
like this.
his profound wisdom, and we appreciate it.
Also, I want to tell you, I lied about everything. I just work at the post office. They told me to come over here and...
We found him on the street, honestly. This was a last minute thing, and we're so sorry, guys. But do you have social media we can find you on?
I do.
Would you like
just
to
search,
shout that out
yeah,
for
if you
us?
just search Catfish BMX, you'll see my YouTube page.
Boom, there
Catfish
you go.
versus Thug on everything. Catfish on OnlyFans.
Catfish on OnlyFans. And just because you mentioned it and I'm a whore, let's touch base on what's your OnlyFans content looking
Well,
like?
it was funny because my roommate, like I said, he's got it all figured out.
Yeah.
When I first got here, it was a year when I couldn't go back to Spain. He's
so
like, you need to get an OnlyFans. And I
Yeah,
said, I can't do
absolutely.
it because I work with kids and I work with the Olympics. And he's like, just film crazy stuff that's going on around the house. Just throw fire at girls' buttholes.
Yeah.
So I made a couple
Boom.
racks on
Yeah, it's
OnlyFans.
beautiful. It
And I don't
works.
get naked. Yeah, it's just like funny stuff. But that's the thing. Like, that's the other thing. I've learned that, like, there's so many girls that are self-conscious. There is something for every girl out there.
Every
like, if you
single person, absolutely.
If you are thick, it's like that you can make some money.
You'll make some money.
You will
Trust
make some
me,
money.
I learned that. I joined the industry in 2014, and there was one girl in the model house that I lived in that, to my standards, I was just like so confused as to how she was in porn. And she was making more money than everyone. Like, all of us, like, combined. Like, and it was crazy. And I'm like, huh. Like, that, like, a very humbling thing. And thank God it happened early on.
Yeah.
But it's real. Like, there's a niche for
There is, but they have to own it. And that's the thing. It's like, you have to own it and know that you are a bad bitch and that people out there want to see you. And it's like,
girls, if you need a coach, this is your coach, right?
Catfish Swagger Jacker at your service.
He'll be your OnlyFans motivational
Let's
speaker.
Let's start a business. You
Right?
know what
I think I'm going to call you every Wednesday and be like, give me a little speech.
We can do this. I can help you. I can send you dick pics.
You heard it here first. Adriana Maya here, Spliffs and Giggles. We had Catfish. Thank you so much for joining.
This is awesome.
It has been a pleasure, and we are out. Mwah.